How's it going, guys? This is Those Meddling Gamers. I am super excited right now because Trark released the opening scene for Origins, new zombie map. Let's dive right into this right now. Okay, bammo. We have a location, northern France, and we have a date, 1918. This basically happens right after World War One. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
It began long ago, on the battlefields of the Great War.
Alright, you guys are probably wondering what that voice is, and it is indeed Samantha. I'll get into that later because that's going to be a really long discussion. But basically, we see kind of the aftermath of World War One. We see a lot of bunkers, a lot of things destroyed, and a lot of cool, kind of tight spaces that we're going to be playing in.
Two German scientists.
Okay, for me, this is my most favorite part of the trailer. We have a nice Dr. Ludwig Maxis looking dapper as fuck. And then we have young Edward Richthofen. And we also in the background, we have a map of where this could possibly be. Nothing really too special, just some more locations, stuff around basically where World War One happened around France.
Sought to harness dark and mysterious forces, buried for centuries.
Okay, so basically what we get out of that is that she's saying they were seeking out to seek dark and mysterious forces, and these forces are what we know as, Element 115 and all this. And we kind of see in this trailer where this all started from, like how this came to be. It shows Group 935 and how they were involved in this, and they show a bunch of ancient ruins.
They believed their discoveries would assure Germany's ultimate victory.
So basically, we see a nice big machine, fancy, some more German technology and stuff like that. And it also, Samantha explains that they were seeking this power to try to, form an army to help Germany. And basically, what this whole plan that Max just had was that they wanted to, create zombies and soldiers that they can manufacture, so that way they can win wars a lot easier and stuff like that. All right, another thing we see the meteor from Shangri-La, and I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? The rock we see here, it is bluish purple, and you can see that there's like ancient runes written on it. But if we look at the other picture, it is it's orange with like purple lightning, and I mean it's not confirmed if it is the same exact rock. I mean, it could be another rock in Shangri-La. But what I'm thinking is that if we look a little bit forward in the trailer, I'm just gonna skip forward a little bit. We have the zombies, and they have purplish eyes. So I'm thinking is that this rock at Shangri-La could have changed colors depending on who was in charge of the zombies. I mean, we don't know who could have been in charge the time when the Nazis found the zombies, and that's why they had purple eyes. But we do know that when Richthofen's in charge, it has blue eyes, and then when Samantha's in charge, it has orange eyes. So as we see, the meteor's kind of bluish, which could mean something to do with Richthofen, and maybe that when he was in charge, the color of the rock in Shangri-La changed to blue, just to show who's in charge of the zombies. Just something cool I found.
What they could never have imagined was just what else their research would unearth.
Alright, so what we learned from this is we learned basically how the Nazis came to acquire this power. We see an excavation site with some weird sort of device around it, and we see a bunch of Nazi soldiers trying to break down this wall with a bunch of runes on it once again. And then we basically see as like something attacking him down from the hole, and then we see an epic zombie eating something. And the one thing I noticed about the zombie, that it looks really ancient, probably dating back to around like the Viking times. I mean, it wasn't France, so there was like the old stuff that happened in France. So it could be that it's definitely that this is like an ancient power, and it's been going on for centuries, and people could have been fighting for this exact power, just like we're fighting for it now, and they're fighting for who wants to be in control of it. And just basically shows that how far back this thing goes, and basically what the Nazis unleashed out into the world, and they basically started this whole mess. So yeah, we basically see some Nazis getting fucked up, which is exactly what an American likes to see. But then shit starts getting crazy. It gets weird. we see zombies with orange eyes, and they do not look like the people from the tomb. So my theory is that the beginning of the trailer where they show the Nazis actually opening up the tomb and stuff like that, that happened way before when the characters were actually there. So what I'm thinking is that in the real time, in 1918, the zombies could have, not the zombies, the Nazis could have uncovered that tomb, and then Richthofen time traveled back to 1918, and then if he time traveled back, that means that Samantha is in charge technically. So I mean, it's kind of two different time loops we see during the beginning of the trailer, which I'm gonna get into it later. But I just want to bring up the fact that the zombies do indeed have orange eyes, unlike the purple eyes we saw before. Alright, so after you guys saw those zombies attacking those German, assholes, you guys are probably like, oh, what he just said was completely wrong. No. So basically, if Richthofen traveled back in time to 1918 and the zombies were under control of Samantha, there will still be Germans there because they are traveling back in time to that event. So there's still going to be Germans there left over from what was happening. It's just that when they travel back in time, whoever's in power stays kind of in power, if that really makes sense.
Let's take a moment and break the ice. So my intentions are known. See, I have pity in watching you suffer.
Alright, so basically here we see one of the new weapons, which is inspired by Diesel Punk. If you guys don't know what that is, it's kind of like it's like futuristic technology in an ancient time. So here we are in 1918, but there's going to be technology from like the Diesel Age, which is a little bit more in the future, around World War II era. So basically we see this huge machine gun that's absolutely crazy. We see a younger Tank Dempsey, which is, he's looking awesome. And he's just killing zombies and stuff, so it's pretty cool to see that. As here we see younger Nikolai, and he's using the new starting pistol, the Mauser. So one thing I really want to point out is that they spelled his last name wrong. Yes, they did. They spelled it Belinsky. It is Belinsky. And they have to switch around the S and the K, just so I point it out. It's kind of like a pet peeve of mine, correcting people. Yeah, I'm a grammar Nazi, so yeah, piss off. So basically from seeing all that, we kind of see the sort of warfare we're going to be getting. We're not necessarily going to be using katanas and battle axes, but we're going to be fighting in trenches. They're going to be very compact and stuff. And we do see the four characters meet each other, so I'll get into that now. Alright, so we see young Edward Richthofen, and I don't know about you guys, but I saw something very familiar. We see this picture, and this was one of the hidden images that was released in the previous Origins trailer, and it's basically a guy with his head cut open, his left hand missing, and a whole bunch of this stuff. So it's basically Richthofen doing some sort of weird experiment on him, and this could come into play with the Easter egg or whatnot, but just something cool to point out. Alright, so now again, just like the old zombie, shit gets really weird really fast. So basically what we see here, we see Richthofen looking at his hands. It took me a while to realize what he was doing. First I thought he was like looking at the blood, but he's actually looking at his own body because he's amazed that he's in his own body again. So basically, after the moon Easter egg was complete, Sam switches bodies with Richtofen. Richthofen's now in control. He's in Samantha's body, which is in the pyramid, and then Samantha is now in Richthofen's body, and that is the voice we hear throughout the entire video. But I'll get into that later. So basically, after buried, they Richthofen by himself teleports back to this era, 1918. And since he teleports, he is indeed in his own body, because in 1918 he was in his own body, and Samantha was in control at that time. So that is why the other characters do not know what he is or who he is, because they are traveling. Richthofen's traveling back. He's the only one who knows about the future that is to come, because he's the one who's been time traveling, and they're still in the time when Takio, Dempsey, and Nikolai meet each other. So they still do not know who they are, but Richthofen knows everything. So he's definitely going to be a crucial part in this Easter egg. And yeah, just something cool I found. Right, so now we see the giant zombie everyone's been freaking out about. As we do notice, we know that the light is orange, indicating that it is in control of Samantha. And if you guys have watched the previous trailer video, we do see that there is a zombie inside of the robot, and that you can kill it, because when you kill a zombie, its eyes kind of go out, the lights go out of its eyes, and you see it do die in the trailer. I'll just, I put the pictures in here. So we do not know yet what the zombie robot can do. I mean, there's rumors that you can use it for your advantage, or it just basically attacks you all the time. But there is a way to kill it. I guarantee this will be part of the Easter egg somehow, some way. So I mean, we just have to wait.
My name is Samantha. I'm going to tell you how all this really began.
Alright, so right there is proof that the whole voice we've been hearing throughout the entire video was indeed Samantha, and she's going to tell us how this whole story happened and where it dates back to. So basically, I do not know why her voice sounds like that. She is still in Richthofen's body, and it could be the fact that either Richthofen's really old at the time she's talking, or I mean, she could still be in the Aether throughout this, because she is in the Aether technically, if we go back to 1918, because she is in control of the zombies. So maybe her voice is a little bit, changed since she's in the Aether, because we do know that in the previous maps when we heard her voice, it was kind of, she sounded like a witch, and she sounded really evil. So I mean, it could have changed her voice just a tad, making her sound like a little old man. But basically, we can see that this Easter egg is gonna revolve around how this whole story began. We're going to be learning a lot about these 4 characters that we've never known before. I'm really looking forward to this map. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a cramped map. Treyarch said it's the biggest map they have in store for us, and there's a lot of cool stuff like dynamic weather, diesel punk, all this stuff that we're looking forward to. So yeah, guys, that wraps up this review. If I missed out anything that you guys pointed out, just please comment down below. I'll definitely give you guys credit for whatnot. I will be doing a live stream with my zombie team the day this comes out. It's going to be crazy, because last time we were so close to becoming the first people in the world to have the Richthofen side of the Easter egg up on YouTube. We were actually the second people to have it up on YouTube. So that was really exciting. So if you guys want to tune in, I will let you guys know on the day of the live stream, which will be, when this comes out, August 27th. So yeah, guys, that is it. I will see all of you guys later, and enjoy this map, because it's going to be pretty awesome. Peace out.